So what's going on, guys? It's Brandon here.
And it's Jamie here.
And today, we're going to be explaining how the Booster Course Pass saved Mario Kart. Kick us off.
Hey you! Yes, you. You like watching this channel, right? Of course you do. It's sublime. Well, we've got something to show you. A Discord server, yeah. If you like Mario Kart, this is the place to be. Quizzes, predictions, hating Baby Park, it's all here. The link is in the description. Come join the Standard Karting Discord. We'll see you soon.
So, Mario Kart. Now, Mario Kart had honestly been on a bit of a drought. Since 2014, there'd basically been nothing there. There'd been a DLC on Mario Kart 8 that introduced a few characters and a few more tracks. But ever since its port to Switch in 2017, we didn't really see much of it. Now, this all came to a head in 2022 in February when it got announced that there would be DLC.
We all went mental. I think that was honestly... They breathed new life into Mario Kart by just doing that simple thing of announcing DLC. Everybody was absolutely hyped. People went insane for it.
And not just DLC, 48 tracks. A whole game's worth.
I mean, wow.
Of new content, just because they can.
Yeah.
And further than that, new characters and even new updates.
Honestly, it was the best time. I woke up that morning and I was the happiest person alive, I think. I'm sure you could share a similar sentiment to that.
I remember I was watching that direct and I was so bored. I remember the thing before it, I think, was Pikmin.
Yeah.
And I was bored out of my mind, and then I saw Mario Kart come on screen. DLC.
Yeah,
I
was like, what?
Mental. I went absolutely mental.
Yeah, right.
Like, I was watching it with friends and they just heard like an audible scream.
What this has sort of succeeded in doing is reviving Mario Kart, because the most recent thing that we'd gotten as a main series game that we didn't know at the time was Mario Kart Tour. And Mario Kart Tour received quite a lot of negative backlash for its horrible controls, for the way the game looks, which I honestly don't think is a bad thing. I like the look of Tour. And the main reason people hated it was because of its gacha mechanics. No one liked that. It's like you're paying, like, what was it? Like, I swear at some point it was like 15 quid for Diddy Kong.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was insane.
It was awful. I think it honestly started to serve more of a purpose. The moment it got rid of its stupid gacha mechanic, right, it just seemed a bit better, especially since there was clearly evidence from the Wave 1 trailer that the tracks that we got in the Booster Course Pass were Tour tracks. So,
yeah.
Not only was the Booster Course Pass a way to revive Mario Kart, Tour now had a purpose to pump content into the Booster Course Pass.
It did, and it got people playing that game, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, Tour suddenly became something that data miners would go to. It started getting data mined.
Yeah, that was
people would look
insane.
at the cycles, and start analysing the cycles, and then predicting what courses would come based off that. It introduced brand new remakes that we'd never seen before. Courses that had died in their games came back. It's incredible. And now another part of Mario Kart that was absolutely awful before the Booster Course Pass was online play. People remember the absolutely infamous Waluigi.
Oh, Christ.
Waluigi, Wiggler, Roller, Paper Glider.
Yeah.
There you go. That was anyone played that. It's a lobby of 12 of those. And it became a Mario Kart Wii situation where people who just wanted to hop on and have a little bit of fun had to play meta and they had to sweat. Otherwise, they just couldn't play. They couldn't keep up. Then came Wave 4 in April 2023.
And you like to call this the Great Nerf, don't you?
I call it the Great Nerf.
And
where
I
Wiggler was
agree.
sent down to irrelevancy. And suddenly, the meta spot opened up for everyone. So many characters are now balanced. Like, you could hop on with Mario's standard, and just be just as good as someone playing with Birdo. It was incredible. And of course, there were still karts which had a little bit of difference. You know, that little bit of edge. But not by much. No, this was a very much more equal game now.
Yeah,
which is something that the Booster Course Pass brought to this.
Yeah.
With the update, it came with updates, and it was brilliant.
It's something that I really enjoy about the Booster Course Pass in general. Is not only did we get new content, but they balanced the content that was already in the game.
They did.
Amazing.
And this wasn't the only update, was it, Brendan?
Oh, no, absolutely not. We got custom item sets. Custom item sets, so we can play Mario Kart however we want. It was effectively like mods in a way. Like, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with Blue Shell Frenzy, which is a Mario Kart CGP mod, right? Or just a Mario Kart Wii mod in general, right? But Blue Shell Frenzy is just like this mode where the only item is Blue Shell, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, there are mushrooms as well, and like there's a functionality in that game where you can swap your Blue Shell to a mushroom for the chance of dodging it if you get into first. But I just think that is like it gave us the ability to create so many unique game modes outside of like normal racing and battle modes that like it kind of satiated us for a bit. And then on top of that, new characters. Thank you, Nintendo. Finally.
Bodo's here, Kamek's here, Wiggler's here, PT Piranha is back. He's not dead.
That's crazy.
He's not dead, guys. He's not dead.
DK Jr. is still absolutely dead though.
The biggest complaint I remember for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was one item. Everybody knows what that item is. Nobody likes that item. Pissing coin.
Yeah.
And suddenly you can just turn it off.
Gone.
There you go. Goodbye.
Disappear.
Goodbye, coin.
And
Irrelevant.
And on top of all this, right, all these updates and like everything new that they added, right? During the Wave 5 hype, they did something absolutely amazing. They allowed Mario Kart to have the esport recognition that it deserves. It
did.
Finally got championship recognition.
I'll argue the biggest change for Mario Kart didn't come with the BCP. It didn't come in the game, it came outside of the game. Suddenly, with items being able to be controlled and luck now being able to be controlled, that was the reason why Mario Kart was never recognised as a true esport, because of the of luck.
It was too random to some people.
It was, but now outside of being that game that you sit down and play with your mates or you play with the family, now it's something that is professional. Like speedrunning is also at an all-time high because of the Booster Course Pass. Now everything has been regulated and changed. It's not just everyone using one combo. Now people can set a record with basically any combo they want. I remember seeing the other week someone set a record with Metal Mario.
I saw one with Villager Boy. Like,
imagine thinking before Wave 4 and before the Booster Course Pass that someone would be setting a world record with Metal Mario.
It's crazy. I mean, you wouldn't have seen that, and like you wouldn't have seen that since Mario Kart 7, and like who wants to be reminded of that? But
yeah,
like,
don't ever remind me of that.
Awful.
There's a whole other aspect as well. So we've seen the game improved, we've seen the hype improved. When every direct trailer now, there's new courses. Everybody's theorising what wants to come back. There's championships now, and a way for hardcore gamers to properly get into the game, something that was missing before. Obviously, you saw the community come back to life. Mario Kart fan channels start popping up. Us.
Shameless plug.
Like, you see everybody going online telling you what they think is going to come back, what they want to come back, what their favourite track is.
And it created this community that had a breath of fresh air.
It did. I would argue that one of the worst times for Mario Kart was that 2021 period. Like where just nothing was happening. It's like, do you want to play Mario Kart? Oh, what? And play Toad Harbor again? No. We'll have 96 tracks now. We'll have characters. Any character you wanted, it's probably here now. You want to play with no coins? Fucking get the coins out of here. You want to play online? Sure, pick whoever you want. You want to play a bit more hardcore? Let's speedrun. The scene is always active now. It's absolutely miraculous what this Booster Course Pass has actually done for the franchise. And on top of everything, sales. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is now the second best-selling Nintendo game of all time.
Yeah.
And only behind Wii Sports, which only really counts as a technicality.
Yeah, because Wii Sports was bundled with the Wii, right? So
it was.
It was literally a console.
At the time of recording, it's 63 million.
Wow.
Like,
I am baffled.
I am as well, because Mario Kart Wii, if I remember correctly, got around 37, 38 million. With a new console rumoured to come next year, we could potentially see the next Mario Kart next year as well. Because usually it's a launch title.
Yeah.
It's a safe bet as a launch title. So what we see now, I reckon, is Mario Kart Tour and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe winding up, so they can move all those developers to Mario Kart X or Mario Kart 9 or whatever they decide to call it.
Yeah, the next game in the cycle being whatever they call it. This next game is going to carry on the mantle, carry on the torch that Mario Kart 8 and Tour and the Booster Course Pass and the Switch did. Everything is going to be passed on to the next console, the next game. I even think Tour might survive, but that's a topic for another time.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether you think the next game's going to be good or bad, as we argued in one of our previous videos, the world is watching this game.
Of course.
And it's finally time, Mario Kart, and thanks to the Booster Course Pass, it's finally stepped up Smash the Shadow.
Thank God for that.
And I think that's where we need to end it.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much all we have time for in this video. Thank you all very much for watching. And one more thing we want to mention, just before we end this, is we want to thank you all that we've almost reached 500 subs. Right?
That is absolutely massive, because that's happened in 2.5 months.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely incredible growth.
We are so thankful of every one of you who watches this content, right?
Yeah, honestly, it means the world to us that we can come online, we can talk about this silly little game that, we just like to play in the meantime, and people will comment, they'll start commenting, oh my god, this is great content, I'm enjoying watching this. They'll give us their opinions, they might debate our opinions of you or call us stupid.
Yeah, but it's all part of the fun.
It is.
It's all part of growing as a channel.
To see people care about our silly little project that we started, I love it. So honestly, from the bottom of both our hearts, thank you.
Yeah, we are absolutely stoked to have you all here, and let's get to 500, folks. We got this.
And on that note, we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
See you guys.